Good morning, children. Welcome back to our science class. In the previous class, we have studied about the ways of purification of water, methods of purification of water, and in this part, we'll see the safe handling and storage of water. Before that, let us once again learn about need for avoiding stagnation of water. So, dirty and stagnant water is a major cause of diseases. Such water is a bleeding place for mosquitoes. Mosquitoes spread diseases like malaria, dengue, chikungunya. We need to take care that water is not allowed to stagnate in old containers around our houses. Water should be changed in room coolers or 2 drops of kerosene should be put in it to keep the mosquitoes away. For some coolers, the water cannot be changed. In that, we should put 2 drops of kerosene. The coolers where water can be changed, we should change the water every day. Otherwise, it will become a breeding place for mosquitoes. Mosquitoes lay eggs in that, and they will be hatched. And mosquito bite causes diseases like malaria, dengue, etc. So we should change the water, and we should not allow water to stay stagnate in or around our houses, in old or broken containers of our house or around our houses. We might have observed that in some areas around the houses there will be puddle of stagnant water. So that water will be breeding place for mosquitoes. Many mosquitoes will be growing over there, causing different types of diseases. So there is a need for avoiding the stagnation of water in and around our houses. Next, coming to the safe handling and storage of water, that is part 2. People often store water in earthen pots and containers made of copper, brass, or steel. Earthen pots, we know already, so many people they store water in earthen pots, and during summer season the water in earthen pots will be cool also. So people store water in that, and not only that, the containers made of copper, brass, or steel will be used to store water. And also, people store water in plastic containers. See in the picture, we can observe the plastic bottles. So every day while you are coming to school, you would have brought the water in plastic bottles only. So these plastic containers like bottles or buckets, or in metal containers like steel, brass, etc. See, we have here containers. They are made up of steel, brass, etc. And all these are copper also. Copper vessels also can be, copper bottles also being used nowadays. So all these, this is copper bottle is seen in the picture, and all these containers will be used to store water. Proper storage and safe handling of purified water is very important to keep the germs away. Some ways of proper storage and safe handling of water are suggested here. Let us observe. Water should be always be stored in clean and covered containers. These are the ways of proper storage and safe handling of water. Water should be stored in clean and covered containers always. We should never dip our hands in water stored for drinking purpose. Never dip hands in drinking water, or also the water which will be used for our daily needs. We never dip hands in that. We should use a ladle or some other clean utensils to take out water from a container. Directly, we should not put our hands in that. So, we should use a ladle to take out water from the container. We should not drink water that has been stored for many days. Never drink that water that has been stored for many days. These are the 4 important ways of proper storage and safe handling of water. Now, see here, We have some emblems showing save water, conserve water. Now, with us, realize that we not only need to conserve water, but also make sure that water used for drinking is clean, pure, and potable. And let us ensure that water that is meant to help us does not get polluted. So we should conserve water. If you save water, we'll have a good life. We can save our life. So this world is in your hands. If you save water, so we will have more water for our future generations. If you waste water, there will be no water for future generation. So this world is in your hands. Now once again revise what we have studied. Coming to safe handling and storage of water. So water should be handled safely and it should be stored, and people often store water in earthen pots and containers made of copper, brass or steel, and people also store water in plastic containers like bottles or buckets, or in containers made of metals like aluminum, brass, copper, etc., or steel. Proper storage and safe handling of purified water is very important to keep the germs away. Some ways of proper storage and safe handling of water are suggested here. Water should always be stored in clean and covered containers. We should never dip our hands in water stored for drinking purpose, and we should use a ladle or some other clean utensil to take out water from a container. We should not drink water that has been stored for many days. So we not only need to conserve water but also make sure that the water used for drinking is clean, pure and potable. Let us ensure that water that is meant to help us does not get polluted. So we should save water, then only we can save our lives, and the world is in our hands. When you save water, future generations will have more and more water. Next, coming to the assignment, state any two ways of safe handling of drinking water. State any two ways that can be used to prevent breeding of mosquitoes in room coolers. Only two ways have been suggested in the video. You just go through the video and you find out the ways. And here, four ways of safe handling of drinking water is given for you in the video, but you are asked to write only two ways of safe handling of drinking water. Listen the video carefully and write the assignment. Thank you, children.